the book he gave me is your breakthrough is guaranteed. And I just started reading the book. I'm on chapter 2 right now, but I thumbed through the book, and I really liked a lot of the stuff that was in there. And Eric and I asked him if he would take a few minutes today and just talk about some personal development, talk about some things that a topic that he would want to talk about, just to express and share with each one of you, because he was just dynamic, and we all want to learn from each other. And of course, he was very happy to say, I'm more than happy to make time to be there today with you all. Let me share a little bit of background, if I may, with him, and I'm going to bring him on board here, because I think you're going to enjoy what he says over the next 15 minutes or so. Dr. Stan Harris, aka Dr. Breakthrough, he's a best-selling author. He's a master coach. He's the world's first breakthrough speaker, facilitator. He's been voted into both the Black Belt and the Motivational Speakers Hall of Fame. So get this, he's one of about 210th degree Black Belts, Grand Masters in the world. I thought like you were a Black Belt, that was it. I didn't know there was a 2 and a 3 and a 4. And how, my goodness, how do you get to 10? I guess maybe he'll share that with us, right? He and his wife Nadia, they built. Now get this, they've built in the direct sales industry in the past, right? And they built 1.5 million members worldwide in 6.5 years. He's a spokesperson and a trainer for numerous companies. He's been paid to speak in all 50 states and 28 different countries around the globe. The guy just loves to ignite passion and help people to reignite it also. The guy he does it for the love of life. I mean, clearly he and his wife live in Dallas, Texas. And I think you'll find that he's a very empowering individual, which is one of the things that really struck myself and Eric Allen as he and I have spent time with him. But Doctor, you there? I'm looking for your picture. I don't see you.
Hey, I'm here. Can you see me?
Yeah. Hey, so Doctor, I'm gonna hand the ball over to you, my friend.
Hey, well, thank you, John. It's a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy beyond measure to be with each and every one of you. Man, what powerful information you received already. And so if just real quick, I always got to give a disclaimer. As Dr. Breakthrough, I can't provide a breakthrough. I just prescribe the breakthrough. However, when people follow my breakthrough prescription, God Almighty provides a breakthrough they desire and deserve. And a breakthrough is exploding through barriers that at one time seemed insurmountable. See, they call me Dr. Breakthrough because breaking through is what I do. They call me Dr. Breakthrough because breaking through is what I demonstrate on boards and bricks and so forth when I do live presentations. Breaking through is what I love to teach others, my friend. So real quick, I'm going to do a quick demonstration and see if I may have to turn off my fiery background there so y'all can see this. But I want you to notice these words, limiting beliefs, okay? Let's see how I can turn this background off just for a moment, then I'll get back to it. But limiting beliefs, I want you to write that down, limiting beliefs, because we're going to do a little diagram. So everybody gets something to write with, something to write on. You probably heard note takers are money makers. Well, Dr. Breakthrough says, but action takers are bigger money makers. Come on now. But man, what a great concept we have here. As a matter of fact, John, I also like to say, by the way, I train, I don't really like the concept upline, downline, all that. I came up with years ago a concept that I call success line. And you might want to write this down. Success line means each of us create the success for the rest of us. Ooh, let me say it again. A success line means each of us create the success for the rest of us. See, every company I've ever been part with, I helped everybody. It didn't matter what team, because why? Success line, each of us creates a success for the rest of us. Okay, now you can see the background. All right, here we go. So real quick, can you see that? Limiting beliefs. Okay, everybody got that written down somewhere? Piece of paper or something. Now, I want you right in the middle of the word beliefs in the chat real quick. Type down, if you can figure out, there's a 3-letter word right in the middle of the word beliefs, right smack dab in the middle, like they say years ago. In the chat, real quick, put that down if you can, if the chat's
we don't have the chat on, I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem, that's okay. So I did it for you. So lie, right in the middle of the word beliefs is a 3-letter word called a lie. And by the way, whenever you live based on a lie, which most of my life was that way, you live a very limiting lifestyle. That's why personal development and growth is so important. So again, my friend, I was living based on the lies. I won't go through all the details, but my dad left when I was 3, never came home, never sent mom a dime. I went through physical abuse and verbal abuse and sexual abuse. As a matter of fact, as a 6-year-old boy, a gang of teenagers beat me up, tarred and feathered me, threw me out in the middle of a field, literally, and left me to die. And so my life was a mess, trying to commit suicide on 2 occasions before I was 12 years of age. And I tell people, I'm so glad I failed, because now I'm living a life way beyond my dreams. But I'm saying, but those lies that I believed in and thinking, you dumb kid, you'll never amount to be anything. And as a matter of fact, because I'm Black, maybe I can't be successful. And then one day I heard a poem that helped set me free. Is it okay if I give that poem? Is it okay, John, if I give them that poem real quick? I guess so. Here we go. Okay. Fleecy locks and black complexion cannot forfeit nature's claim. Skin may differ, but affection dwells in black and white the same. Or I so tall as to reach the pole, to glance at the ocean at a span. I must be measured by my soul. The mind is the standard of a man. And all of a sudden it dawned on me, it's not the color of my skin, the texture of my hair, or the area I grew up in. As a matter of fact, what was most important is what I put in here. I'll show you later. What you put in your head that affects your heart determines what comes to your hand. And if you want more coming to your hand, you got to put more empowering things into your head that affects your heart. And that's what we call personal development. I call it breakthrough development. But those lies, all of us come with, whether it's you're too old, or you're too young, or you're not smart enough, you don't have enough degrees, and all these different lies. But I'm saying, my friend, I was living based on those lies. And here's the problem, though. Here's the problem. The problem is I was actually fighting. See, here's the crazy thing about when there's lies that you believe or believe in, then you start fighting to defend the lies, and it causes you to live a very limiting lifestyle. When there's lies you believe in, you live a very limiting lifestyle. You build a very limiting team. You create limited income. It's amazing. So the key is, do you want to live based on these limiting beliefs, or do you want to have limitless success? Now, what we do here, my friend, the Tranzact Card, and part of what I'm here to assist in any way that I can, is to help you to break through the lies to the limitless success, my friend. I'm telling you, things that I enjoy today is like, I didn't even dream about it years ago. So the key is, we want to break through those lies. And as a matter of fact, B.F. Skinner was a psychologist years ago. He said, you are a product of your environment. I take issue with that. As a matter of fact, I decided, this is so good. I decided, instead of being a product of my environment, because I came up in a bad environment, instead of being a product of my environment, I decided to become a product of my empowerment. Oh, come on now. That's good right there. So that's why these calls are so important, and the information that you get. So if you're ready to break through the lies, my friend, what I do is, I'm going to break this board physically for us. We're just going to use my head. How's that? Okay. And John, just in case it doesn't go right, I'll be ready to finish the rest of the presentation. But it's time to break through the lies to limitless success. By the way, the greatest book ever written says you trust in lying words which cannot profit. And so what I found out, my friend, if that's true, if lying words won't allow you to profit, then the opposite is true. The truth then will empower you to profit. And the truth is, you can break through the lies. The truth is, my friend, you can have a breakthrough. So here we go. I need you, John, a couple of y'all, just unmute your line and let me hear y'all say breakthrough time, and watch me carefully, because we're going to break through the lies. Come on, talk to me. Say breakthrough time.
Breakthrough time.
Oh, come on, I got to have a little more energy than that. This is Tranzact. Come on.
They're all muted.
Okay, I just need
to say 1,000 voices going at one time.
All right, okay. So y'all can mute out then. That's fine. Thank you very much. So I can hear you, though, through the mutation. Here we go. So it's breakthrough time. We're breaking through the lies. And when I break this physically, are you committing to breaking through psychologically any lie that's holding you back? Well, I failed in every other company. I won't be able to. No, those are lies, my friend. So here we go. Ready? We're going to break through the limiting beliefs to the limitless success. Here we go. Ready? It's breakthrough time. Come on, somebody. See, we just broke the limits right off our beliefs. And now, my friend, you can experience limitless success. As a matter of fact, I said, Lord, can I give you my limiting beliefs in exchange for you to give me limitless success? And listen, I used to fight for my limitations, and I found this out. If you fight for your limitations long enough and hard enough, God may just allow you to keep them. And then I decided, why fight for the thing that's fighting against my success? Hello, somebody. So anyway, so I want to just share a few of these principles, personal growth with you, and then I'll let you go. But again, thank you very much for this opportunity. And I just love empowering people and helping them, my friend, to experience some breakthroughs. And with this incredible concept that we're all part of, what amazing. So why hold it back? So here's the whole thing. Break through every barrier to succeed and be mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and financial free. And by the way, your big breakthrough comes faster when your mentor is a grand master. So here's a picture of my family, my beautiful wife, Nadia. I call her my ABCD. That stands for Adorable Brown Caramel Delight. And yes, we have 8 children. Thank God the last one just moved out. And so I turned that room, his room, into not a man cave, but a breakthrough cave. Come on, somebody. So how many of y'all remember Jim Rohn? I used to travel and speak with him. And you see the picture of them, him and I, and then Mr. Bill Bailey, William E. Bailey, who had a company back in the 70s, grossing $64 million a month. I mean, Bill Bailey, it's just amazing. But Bill Bailey mentored Jim Rohn in the early days. Now, listen, you remember Jim Rohn's words: formal education will make you a living, self-education will make you a fortune. And Dr. Breakthrough says, why not make a fortune so you could be blessed enough to not just bless yourself and your family, but to bless others as well? And I tell you, my friend, matter of fact, I've been psychologically unemployable since 1990. That's right. See, I used to be a college professor. And again, a lot of breakthroughs, but I won't go through all the detail. But just to say, my friend, I used to be a college professor. I was one of those guys that would be up in front of the course of the class, rather totally promulgating my esoteric cogitations and articulating my superficial sentimentalities with amicable and philosophical psychological observations. And I even knew how to let my extemporaneous verbal evaporations demonstrate a clarified conciseness. I mean, I thought I was educated, right? Here's this poor boy from the ghetto, from the hood, that made it, graduated from college, postgraduate work. Now I'm a college professor, which, by the way, is so funny. Man, 32 years ago, I had a picture of my daughter visiting my class when she was a little girl. And now 26 years later, got a picture of me when visiting her class. And she just a couple years ago got her doctorate as well. And so it's amazing. But anyway, but I said all that to say, my friend, that it's amazing. Listen, it's amazing life. And Jim Rohn was so right. And so I started working on myself. And somebody said, hey, how would you like to start making more money in a month than you make an entire year? And I was like, I am not going, no more college. I had 12 years of regular school, 12 years of college, 24. I am not going back. They said, no, we'll mentor you. I'm like, huh? They said, yeah, we're going to mentor you. And make a long story short, they taught me and showed me it was a system like this, right? And home-based business. And literally, I started making more money in a month than I used to make an entire year. And I jokingly tell people, it didn't happen exactly like this, but I said to my boss, I'm sorry, I can't work for you anymore. And he said, why? And I said, because I got eye trouble. He said, eye trouble? Doc, what's wrong with your eye? I said, I can't see myself working for you anymore. That was in 1990. I've been psychologically unemployable ever since. Why? Because I recognize that profits are better than wages. And then, my friend, not only that, but it's like Jim Rohn said, my friend, he said it best: a formal education will help you make a living, but personal development will help you make a fortune. Matter of fact, get this now, you've heard it, every true business is really a personal development course disguised as a business, meaning the more you grow, the more your business will grow. Hence, the most successful people are the ones who work on themselves. See, successful people, get this now, break through, this is so good, by building their inner world Struggling people break down by blaming their outer world. Oh my goodness. I wish I had time to really catch, but I'm telling you, my friend, it's the successful, happy people are those. We spend time building our inner world. We're constantly reading books. We're constantly going to seminars. We're constantly attending information like this. And by the way, I always jokingly tell people, hey, would you like me to tell you where your next breakthrough is? How many of you know that sometimes it's like a combination lock and you got two numbers, you need a third one. Is like that lock almost comes open, but and you need that third lock. And I was like, would you like to know where that third number, comes from that'll unlock? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, well, I don't know. It might be the next book you read. It might be the next seminar you attend. It might be the next Zoom. I don't know, but I know one thing, my friend, you got to be like a bird and be hungry. And again, here's the thing, write this down. Successful people break through by building their inner world. See, you got to work on that private, the place that other people don't see. And one day, my friend, they'll all see it. But struggling people, they break down by blaming their outer world. And blame, being lazy and manifesting excuses. That's blame. Being lazy and manifesting excuses. Now, success starts when you activate your breakthrough consciousness. So what most people call personal development, I call breakthrough development. So remember, again, blame, being lazy and manifesting excuses. By the way, I found out something. You can either make excuses or you can make progress. You can't make both. And so I was a guy that made more excuses before I was personally developed. I made more excuses. And then one day it dawned on me. Listen, I said, instead of making excuses, why don't I make progress? And I took the same energy that I was making excuses with. I started making progress and I started making money. But see, before that, I was in a state of denial. Denial, D-E-N-I-A-L. I talk about my book, Denial. Watch this now. Don't even notice I am lying. Now, it's bad when somebody lies to you and you believe the lie. It's worse when you lie to yourself and believe it. And that's the way I was, my friend. But I had to learn to grow. And again, I said, now, no longer will I make excuses. Now I'm going to make progress, and I made money, and I made an influence and difference in people's lives. And you want to do the same, my friend. That's why I'm so grateful, John, saying, Doc, could you come and speak and teach on personal development and teach on growth, my friend? And so I think that you, my friend, will understand the power of this. Let me move on. So real quick, when you learn, get this now, the growth through, instead of groaning through whatever you're going through, that will ensure and speed up your breakthrough. Ooh, come on, somebody. See, I used to always, instead of growing through, I was groaning and griping through, right? And, well, why is this happening to me? Well, hey, you got somebody else in mind? Yeah, Eric, right? No, okay. But watch this. So I learned to grow, and grow is instead of asking why me, I started asking, what are you trying to teach me? I started asking, what can I learn to ensure this doesn't happen? What can I learn? What can I do? And so listen, my friend, I'm telling you, when you start growing through, instead of groaning through, whatever you're going through, you will ensure and speed up your breakthrough. And I'm sure you want to ensure your breakthrough. I'm sure you want to speed it up. So my friend, let's commit to growing through. How about that? See, if you know me based on who I was a year ago, you don't know me at all. Why? My growth game is strong. So allow me to reintroduce myself. Matter of fact, I had so many life-changing times in my life, sometimes I have to reintroduce myself to myself. Hey, by the way, the largest room in the entire world is the room for personal development and growth, which produces breakthroughs. So again, my friend, it's amazing. See, work harder on yourself than anything else, and behold how everything else will improve. That's good right there. So what you put in your head, remember I said that affects your heart, determines what comes to your hand. If you want more coming to your hand, you have to put more in your head that affects your heart. So breakthroughs occur when you beat the bullies in your brain. When I talk to audiences and, and they hear me talk about being beaten and tarred and feathered. And usually I'll say, wait a minute, everybody's being bullied. You may not have had the outer bullies like I had, but the inner bully, of low esteem and the inner bully of procrastination. I can't do it and I'm not this. Listen, your breakthrough when you start beating those bullies. That's why personal development is so strong. See, you got to visualize vividly, verbalize voraciously until you actualize automatically, right? You ever heard people say overnight success? Yeah, after 20 years of struggling and then bam, right? So you don't understand that person that quote unquote had that overnight success for many decades or years, my friend, they were visualizing. It's like Disneyland when it was built. I talk about my book, but they said, hey, Walt was passed and they said, isn't it a shame that Walt passed away before this great thing was finished. And his brother-in-law was there and he said, excuse me, y'all don't understand. Walt saw this a long time before anybody else. See, write this down. A building, like a business, like a life, is built 3 times. First, in the mind, is constructed. Secondly, on paper. And then thirdly, my friend, it's erected for the rest of the world to see. But you got to see your business. You got to see leaders. You got to, like I talk to myself, a multitudes of leaders are looking and seeking me out, my friend. You got to learn to talk to yourself, visualize, and then verbalize, my friend, like Muhammad Ali, one of the greatest quotes I think I ever heard outside the Bible. He said, I said I was the greatest. Now, that's not the part. Most people heard that. That's not even, no, here's the part. A long time, he said, before I ever believed it. Whoa. He said, I said I was the greatest a long time before I ever believed it. In other words, he started saying what he wanted to believe, and he figured if he said it long enough and loud enough, he started believing it. When you believe something, it affects your behavior. Coming to a close, they asked Warren Buffett during hard economic times, what's the best investment? He said, the best investment you can make is to invest in yourself. It was Robin Sharma that said the swiftest way to triple your success is to double your investment in personal development. See, one of our greatest desires is to connect with someone who can empower us to be, to do, and to have what we secretly know we can become and achieve. So if you want to have a life, a top shelf life, then you need to stand on the books you have read and never stop learning, never stop growing. And remember, it's not shelf development, but rather self-development. My first mentor, Charlie Tremendous Jones, said, you'll be the same you are 5 years from now as you are today, except for the people you meet and the books you read. By the way, I just spoke for Zig's staff this past weekend, or Monday rather, and Zig was mentored by Charlie Tremendous Jones in the early days. And I never forget being in college and reading the book Life is Tremendous by Charlie. I said, wait a minute, I know that guy. That's the guy that spoke when I was a teenager. And so when I went back to my hometown in Pennsylvania, where I lived back at the time, and met with him, and I'm telling you, this guy's amazing. And it is so true what he said. So Benjamin Franklin, as I come to a close, if you empty your wallet into your mind will fill your wallet. People say to me all the time, dude, you have these powerful thoughts. You have this great effect on me. It's because, guess what? I've learned to empty my wallet into my mind, getting books and seminars and hearing different speakers, my friend. Why? So that I can grow, so I can grow and make a difference. Les Brown and I were speaking in the UK, and he said this not long ago. He said, information costs, but pays for itself 10 times over. So here it is. Sometimes what you're most afraid of doing is the very thing that will set you free. And so people of abundance, get this now, literally, we get excited about getting put into an uncomfortable situation. You know why? Because it's only when you get put in that uncomfortable situation that the greatness that was on the inside of you, my friend, that you didn't even know about, comes out. So don't shrink back. Listen, my friend, don't recapitulate. Listen, learn, my friend, to grab a hold of life. And the greatest thing you can have is having a mentor. See, the fastest, easiest, most reliable way of learning or improving any skill is to have a mentor. See, Socrates mentored Plato. It was Plato that mentored Aristotle. Aristotle mentored Alexander the Great, and Andrew Carnegie mentored Napoleon Hill, who wrote the book Think and Grow Rich. Of course, Napoleon Hill mentored W. Clement Stone, and W. Clement Stone mentored Jack Canfield, the co-author of the billion-dollar book series Chicken Soup for the Soul. And I've loved enjoying and speaking on platforms with him as well. Benjamin Graham mentored Warren Buffett. And of course, Warren Buffett has mentored millions. It was a man, Dr. Benjamin Mays, who mentored a young boy who became known as Dr. Martin Luther King. And of course, Dr. King has mentored millions. Bill Bailey mentored Les Brown, and Les Brown has mentored millions. Bill Bailey also mentored Jim Rohn in the early days, even before Earl Schoaf. And Jim Rohn mentored millions, and he mentored this young guy. You may have heard of his name, Tony Robbins, who's gone on to mentor tens of millions. See, even in the Bible, Moses mentored Joshua, and Joshua mentored the 3 million Israelites. It was Elijah that mentored Elisha. Elisha mentored this widow woman that lost her husband, was about to lose her children to the debtors, and he taught her literally how to have her own home-based business. She paid off all her debts, and her and her children lived the rest of their lives. And then Paul mentored young Timothy, and then Jesus mentored disciples, and here's what he said: the works that I do, shall you do also, and greater works, meaning that the mentee can not just do what the mentor has done, the mentee literally can double what the mentor has done. So I'd love to be your breakthrough mentor to help you with your mindset, to help you, my friend. But listen, you are at the right place at the right time. Just make sure you have the right frame of mind and take the right action. And I know you can. Hey, my name is Dr. Stan Harris. They call me Dr. Breakthrough, and I believe in you. God bless you.
Hey, Dr. Stan, thank you so much, my friend. I tell you what, you need to learn how to crawl out of your cave, and you're too much of an introvert. You got to be able to express yourself and put yourself out there just a little bit more. But hey, I have a page and a half of notes. I thank you for taking the time. I truly appreciate it. It was very enjoyable, along with the words as well. So I'm excited about that. You're awesome, bud. Really appreciate it.
Hey, well, thank you, man. And I'll make myself available for anybody that needs a breakthrough. Come on now. Hey, by the way, if you want to invite me to Orlando to speak down there, I'll be there.
Hey, everybody. Hey, here's what we're going to do. It's 12:20. We had like 2 different trainings on here today. We were going to come back and share a little bit of information about the convention and about Orlando. We're going to drop that onto the Facebook page and on the Telegram. If you're here and you're not at any of those, please get with the individual who brought you on board. You need to be on the Telegram. You need to be on the Facebook posts. We provide a lot of information out there as well. And we'll find a way to put some information here in the back office as well. So, hey, we're going to call it a day. I appreciate your time and your effort. This was recorded. We'll make it available for replay. Jeremy, thank you for the co-piloting. Really appreciate that. And Dave Dove, I'm already getting messages from people saying how great and what it was. They can't wait to get their hands on what you shared as well. Everybody have an amazing day. I appreciate you. Dr. Stan, I'm sure we'll talk over the weekend, I'm sure. Everybody else, take care. Appreciate you. Have an amazing day.
Hey, John, can I just give him a 30-second closing?
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Yeah, see, you want to be an uncommon man. I choose not to be a common man. It's my right to break through to be uncommon if I can. I seek opportunity like this, not, get this now, not security. I do not wish to be a kept citizen, humbled and dulled by having the state take care of me. I want to take the calculated risk, to dream and to build, to fail and to succeed. I refuse to live from hand to mouth. I prefer the challenges of life to the guaranteed existence, the full throttle of fulfillment to the stale calm of utopia. I will never cower before any master nor bend to any threat. It is my heritage to stand erect, proudly and boldly, unafraid, and to say, with God's help, this I have done. And that's what it means to be an entrepreneur. Go get him, champ.
Boom. Thank you very much, everybody. Hey, unmute yourselves on the way out. Say goodbye to everybody. Thank Dr. Breakthrough and David.
Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Breakthrough.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome.
Dr. Breakthrough.
Wonderful, wonderful. Enjoyed
Get
it.
him.
Yvonne, keep
Thank you.
Breakthrough.
Come on now.
Awesome. My breakthrough.
Come on now.
Good
job.
That was heavy.
Dr. Breakthrough,
Awesome.
you time, but it's
Enjoyed it.
Thank you very much.
You guys are a great judge. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Hey, I like to say if you can spot it, it's because you got it.
I like it.
Thank
Everybody.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Enjoyed it.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody. Let's go get them. Y'all come back now here.
See you in Vegas.
Hey, I trust you enjoyed that presentation. Now, just real quick, for some of you that want to go a little further with me, you'd like for me to be your mentor. You'd like, would it be okay with you if I gave you a special also on some of my materials and gave you, do you like discounts? You like discounts? Okay, well, look at this real quick. So first of all, let me give you some free things. So if you go to my website, see it at the bottom, theinternetmentor.com, okay? THE, theinternetmentor.com. You're going to be able to go get some free things first, okay? So it's called the Breakthrough Daily Attitude Adjuster. I mean, everybody in the world needs this. A lot of people all around the world already listen to it. It starts off like, wow, what a great day to be alive. I feel dynamite. I like me. I accept me. I love me. I'm going to have a super fantastic day because I'm too blessed to be depressed. I'm too blessed to be stressed. I'm too glad to be sad. I'm too anointed to be disappointed, too elated to be agitated, too legit to quit, too grounded to be confounded, too grateful to be hateful, too gifted to be restricted, and too saved not to be getting paid. Circumstances are aligning themselves in my favor. I'm healthy, physically fit, and intellectually equipped. So it just goes on like that. I mean, and it's set the music. So you want to go to the internetmentor.com and you got to look through there and find that one. I got a free webinar on the art of selling without selling, or how to sell without being a sellout. I used to be against selling, which it turned out to be one of my biggest breakthroughs, is when I learned selling is serving. And most of a lot of income, I should say, has come through the selling, understanding true selling or serving. And it's not just selling things, by the way, when I also talk about selling yourself on concepts like that, I can succeed. I can, so go get that free. Okay. Now, if you're ready and you understand about investing in yourself and you're ready to invest in yourself. Now, you notice here, I've got 2 books at the top right, How to Build a Big Team Fast. So I've been blessed to be the top of 7 different companies. And believe it or not, at one time, I was a #1 income earner and the #1 recruiter in 3 companies simultaneously. Now, I didn't start them all simultaneously, right? Got one going good and almost put on autopilot, just started another one. But anyway, so watch this. So, and by the way, the greatest success my wife and I had is where I personally sponsored 988 people. And within 6.5 years, it blossomed into 1.5 million members. That's right. Yeah, I was doing $22,000 days. Just crazy, right? But anyway, here's what I'm saying. And unfortunately, the owner sold that company, and the guy who bought it just shut it down. Like, I lost millions of dollars. So I made a, but anyway, but what I'm saying is this. The key, though, is that I was able to build that. Okay. Now, listen, here's what I'm saying. So this book, How to Build a Big Team Fast, there's some companies that every distributor, they gets that, and so I think every single person who's interested in personal development or home-based business or affiliate marketing, whatever else, you got to get that simple, powerful, practical book. Okay. And then Your Breakthrough is Guaranteed. As a matter of fact, oh my goodness, hold on a second. Well, anyway, but that's I should have had one here with me. But anyway, but that's Les Brown wrote afterward for Dr. Fran Harris from HGTV wrote the forward. But anyway, powerful book on personal development, growth, and so forth. You will love it. Okay, so go to the internetmentor.com. And by the way, the books are on drbreakthrough.com, just DRBreak, BREAK, then through.com. But then to get the mentor, the free courses there, and then 50%, get this now, you can get 50% off any of my paid trainings, with the coupon code TRANZACT, right? So you're watching this, you saw me speak for the company, and again, one of the greatest breakthrough concepts ever. And matter of fact, I got a guy that I connected with that he got started, and we got a connection with the Cowboys. So it looks like they may be getting their own branded card with that. But anyway, some crazy things happening. But so anyway, if you're part of the company, then you can get 50% off if you go to my website, and any training I have in there. I got a 21-day breakthrough challenge. You got to take. I mean, it'll change your life. But 50% off. So you got to use the coupon code, though, when you're checking out. There's a place for that, okay? And then share this with your friends and family. And if you just watch this and you're not even a member of Tranzact and you want to get started with me, then give me a holler and we'll talk about that and see if you're a fit. So my cell is 717 area code 275-3508. Okay, 717-275-3508. And let's see here. I think that's it. And I'll see if I can also put a link down in the description as well. But let's talk though. Make sure we're fit though, okay? Because I only work with people who are serious, right? And who really want that breakthrough. So hey, thank you for looking and listening. Send this around to somebody if it blessed you, and let other people get that blessing, okay? So again, go to the internetmentor.com and at least get the free things. And I got a few other free things there. You just kind of look around a little bit and you'll see that, all right? So hey, on behalf of my beautiful wife, I call her my ABCD. That stands for Adorable Brown Caramel Delight. We say peace, breakthrough, and divine increase. Make today a great day on purpose and by design. As a matter of fact, make today so awesome that yesterday gets jealous and tomorrow looks forward with great anticipation. Come on now. What time is it? It's breakthrough time. Baby, get fired up. Come on now, fired up.